So the legend himself, Terrence Howard, recently was a guest on the PBD podcast, and Terrence didn't hold back on how he truly feels about another legend that's currently in a little bit of trouble, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Terrence actually told a story about how he linked with Diddy, who had asked him to be his acting coach in a lot of ways. He said, Puff invited me over for a few weeks and asked me to come and teach him how to be an actor. He said they played some music. He said he'd go over there sitting around just looking like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? And he said Puff was just looking at him. The next thing you know, Diddy said, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and we just playing music. And then Terrence said from there, he had a conversation with his assistant who's like, Diddy wanted to meet with him again. And at some point, Terrence's assistant informed Terrence that maybe Diddy was trying to try him. And in a way that a lot of men don't want to be tried. And from there, Terrence shut it down and kind of let bygones be bygones. And I'm assuming he never was a part of Diddy's acting career again. Yeah. All right. You know what's crazy? The craziest thing to me about Hollywood, right? Hollywood really is a place where people don't talk until they feel the safest to do so. Like, you got all these people that have come out with these Diddy stories since the man has been incarcerated. They were never going to talk had Diddy not went down. And I don't know if people know more about Diddy's case than I do. In my estimations, Diddy's got a good shot of beating this thing. He's got high-powered attorneys. He's a very charismatic guy. He's a legend. He's gonna go down swinging, and he's got money, right? I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of these cases that were so loud when they came out in the last couple years making accusations about Diddy, these cases have been settled, and Diddy ain't been giving up money to settle these cases. A lot of them been thrown out, withdrawn. So I don't know where guys like Terrence Howard or others, why they feel so comfortable discussing now. Maybe seeing Diddy get incarcerated kind of was a traumatic experience. I don't know. It made them get more confident. But if this coming out party about Diddy stories is about, and no pun intended, was about expecting Diddy's life to be over and him to spend the rest of it behind them walls, I'm not so sure if we're going to get that. I don't know that. I hate these stories for so many people that they, I guess, apparently have with Sean P. Diddy Combs, and we'll see. I do know this, Cassie will be testifying. And for those who are wondering, like for those who are planning to watch Diddy's trial on the Law and Order Network YouTube channel, on social media, it's not going to be the case, right? So in New York, we got high profile cases in New York. They're not a camera, they don't allow cameras in, right? So that's not going to happen. There are other regions in other states, like, you know, California, we pretty much watched A$AP Rocky's trial from start to finish. I know the Young Dolph trial that took place a few months ago in Tennessee, we watched that bad boy from start to finish. So New York doesn't do that, right? There will not be cameras in the courtroom. You'll be able to like just read articles. Media's allowed in the room, but they don't do cameras, all right? So just anybody preparing, thinking they about to watch Diddy, who apparently looks like Santa Claus now, that's not gonna happen, all right? That's definitely not gonna happen. I'm sure there'll be footage from in and out of the courtroom, right? Like when Diddy's walking in and walking out. But actually the trial itself, you're not gonna see that on camera. I wanna thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. What y'all think about this from Terrence Howard? Terrence Howard, he doesn't do a lot of interviews, definitely does a lot more today than he used to. He's kind of got some of that Cat Williams to him, right? Like that specialness when he talks, because he was so mythical for so long. I wanna know your thoughts. Had he given his same interview to an urban black outlet, it would have went through the roof. It already went viral, but it would have went even more viral because of what he had to say. Like, that clearly has been on his chest for a very long time. Deion Sanders is doubling down on his love and support of his boys. Shedeur Sanders, his son, and Travis Hunter, who's kind of become a son, both played for Deion at Jackson State and then obviously at Colorado. Following their pro day, which both these dudes look absolutely fantastic at their pro day, Deion had this to say about the prospect of these dudes potentially not going number 1 and number 2 in the draft, which it doesn't appear that's going to be the case. Deion said they should be going 1 and 2, That's the way I feel about it. They are the two best players in the draft. The surest bets in this draft are these two young men, and I didn't stutter or stammer when I said that. Shedeur followed his dad's comments by saying, I feel like I am the best quarterback. That's what I know. But at the end of the day, I'm not stuck on that because it's about the situation. So whatsoever situation, whatever franchise believes in me, I'm excited to go. I'm comfortable in any situation, says Shedeur. So I previously said one of the things that I've seen a scout or two say about Shedeur is we know that Shedeur's into Shedeur and teams are into Shedeur, but we don't really see a lot of Shedeur being into the culture of team, right? And maybe that just comes from Shedeur's confidence and maybe not want to get his hopes too high. And, you know, his dad lived with that bravado. Shedeur's going to be a quarterback, so I do believe there's a bit of a bigger expectation. Deion's just doing what Deion's supposed to do. Deion is always going to support and get behind his boys. And I can't wait to see him do it with guys that are not his kids, right? Like, obviously, that relationship with Travis and Deion is special, and it's a one-on-one. Deion believes Travis is a better player than he was at this point in the process. But, like, I want to see the young Julian kid they got playing quarterback most likely starting this year, and some of these other players Deion will now get to get behind. I want to see what that looks like. I can't wait. I watch all the Colorado vlogs via Deion's oldest son around my age, Bucky. I can't wait to see what happens at Colorado this year and to see if Deion keeps that same energy when his sons are not involved. Like, will he keep that same energy? And we know he's high on Shedeur and Travis. I am shocked that most likely neither of these guys will be going top two. We'll see with Travis, but most likely Travis won't be going to the Cleveland Browns. It looks like it's going to be Abdul Carter at 2, but we'll see. I'm excited to see the draft. I'll be covering NFL draft for the next few weeks. If you into content like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you so much for the time, the love, and the support. This is what your boy never take for granted. Salute. I'm out. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is FERRO, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is FERRO.